Hello, everyone who is watching. My name is Nwaga Benson, and I'm going to talk about system tools as a component of computer management. When we talk of system tools, these are software utilities, or you can call them built-in programs in an operating system used to manage, maintain, and troubleshoot computer systems. One of the system tools we have Task Scheduler, whereby it allows the user to create, schedule, and manage tasks which run automatically at specified times. It monitors running applications and policies, and it shows the CPU memory and network usage. It lets the user end and responsive network usage. Then we have Event Viewer, whereby it displays the logs of events, errors, and warnings, which helps the user to recognize or solve issues and monitor the system activity accordingly. For example, checking why a program crashed and why the system restarted unexpectedly. We have logs or system errors, warnings, and system messages. It helps to troubleshoot crashes and hardware issues. That is the event viewer. Then we have shared folders, whereby shared folders display shared folders on the computer screen, allowing the user to manage access and permissions. It lets and lists all folders currently being shared. It shows users currently connected to the shared folders, and at the same time it opens files which are currently being accessed via the network. We have local users and groups, whereby these manage local users' accounts and groups, enabling the user to configure permissions and access control. For example, setting admin rights, we have creating a guest account and managing login by the users. Then we have performance, whereby these are the tools which monitor system performance, which allows the user to review and analyze how the computer system works. It tracks the CPU memory, disk, and network usage. For example, in case your computer is slow, you can check performance counters to see if the CPU usage is high. Then the device manager, this manages hardware devices installed on the computer, which enables the user to view, update, or even troubleshoot device drivers. They show connected devices like keyboard, like graphics, sound cards, and then the mouse piece. It helps to update, disable, and install drivers which you may have installed on your computer. For example, fixing issues with the network adapters, updating graph cards, drivers, and checking for missing drivers. In a recap, Task Scheduler automates tasks, Event Viewer records and analyzes system events, shared folders manage network file sharing, and then local users and groups control user accounts and permissions. Performance monitors system resource usage, and then Device Manager handles hardware and drivers. Thank you for listening to me. Enjoy system tools usage. Enjoy your computer.
Hello, everyone watching. My name is Lunyele Daniel, and I'm going to talk about Device Manager. Device Manager is a Windows tool that shows and manages all hardware devices connected to a computer. Its main functions, the first one is to view and organize hardware devices that are connected. Next function of the Device Manager we have is to check device status. This could be errors of a certain device. Next function is to update and install all rollback drivers. Next we have it's to enable or disable different devices. You could choose to enable it or disable a different device that is connected, and for that you use the device manager. We also have to troubleshoot hardware problems. This could be faulty hardware connected to the computer. And device manager helps us to troubleshoot those problems and provide solutions. Key components of a device manager, we have disk drives. These include the hard drives, solid state drives, the external storage. We have display adapters, these the graphics card. We have keyboards and the mice, the devices for human interface. We have network adapters. These help in internet connections, connect to the internet. We have processors, the CPU, helps in processing of information. We have the sound, video, and game controllers. We have USB controllers, all USB devices and ports, and so many other devices. And in conclusion, a device manager is an essential tool for checking, controlling, and fixing all computer hardware. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, Animas Balthazar is my name, and I'm going to talk about device management. This is the process of controlling and monitoring the hardware components of the computer system. First and foremost, we are going to talk about the functions, and the first one is efficient resource utilization. Like, you can have a system that is working upon different tasks at the same time in the same period of like the same place. For example, you can be playing music, then you're replying some messages, and you are doing some other kind of work on the same one, on the same phone, on the same PC, say. The second one is the hardware and software communication. This helps the device translate commands to the language the device can understand. Hence, communication becomes effective between the hardware and the software components. Error detection and recovery. There are tools in the device management that help us to identify certain errors in a system, and then they provide us with solutions with the users, and that's the function of error identification and then recovery. Then we have fair sharing of devices. In the multitasking system, multiple processes may need the same device, and so this is the task of the device manager to ensure fairness in the process of execution according to how the command goes. If the system has to execute according to a queue, or according to the first that came, like the first that came, then that's the work of the device manager. Then we have the improved system performance. This helps prevent slow devices like the printers from delaying fast devices. This is done through the process of buffering, hence optimizing how devices handle data. Then we have security and protection. Through the use of passwords, fingerprints, face locks, and like the patterns, we are able to see that our devices have the hypersecurity. Then we have the user convenience. This makes it easy for the non-technical users to interact with hardware. It is done through the provision of centralized way to install and update, troubleshoot electronics, and install, update, and troubleshoot electronics. In summary, therefore, device management is essential because it ensures the correct, efficient, and secure communication of the system. Thank you.
Hello there, this is Mteget David, a student at Bara University, Science and Technology, doing BIT, that is IT in Bachelor's. I'm going to guide you through storage tools in a computer. What are storage tools? These are software utilities that helps you manage and take care of your computer storage. That is HDD or solid state drive. Think of them as a health check and organizer for your computer's data. Their main jobs are organize your data efficiently, clean up wasted spaces, check the health of your drive, and fix common problems. Common problems they solve include maybe your computer is running slow and the cause may be that your hard drive might be fragmented, that is data is scattered. The other problem, maybe your computer is running out of space, maybe files are corrupted, and the cause is disk errors and bad sectors. As you see, I explained the bad sectors. Uh, then the basic storage tools include disk cleanup. It finds and deletes unnecessary files. It is files, cache, and recycle bin. Uh, the organizer is another basic storage tool. It organizes data on a hard disk drive to make it faster to read, and for SSD we use optimize, which runs the trim command to maintain speed. Then the other basic tool storage tool, error checking. Then advantage is advanced tools for bigger jobs. There is partition management, that is the architect e.g. Windows disk management. It lets you dive your hard drive into separate sections. For example, C driver for operating system and drive for files. Health monitor checks the smart data for your drive, warn you of potential hardware failures before they happen. That is restore disk info that shows super good or bad status. Yeah, that is it. Thank you.
Yes, once again, my beloved viewers. Yes, this is Sime Conrad, a student at Imbarara University of Science and Technology, being IT. Yeah, today we are going to explore about computer management, and mainly we shall look at the service and applications in computer management. Yeah, let's dive into it. Yes, the service and application section in computer management mainly contains services that manage background processes. If it even contains the window management instrumentation control, which you call the WMI, and it also contains the structured query language, which manages the databases. So our first term here shall look at the service and the services. And our first tools, service and application. This is the services. This displays all services installed on the system. Let's use start, stop, out, and review services. So an example, the service tool will have the Windows updates, have the prints folder for printing, have remote desktop services, and the structured query language server services. That's the SQL. Yeah. So our next tool in our service and application, we have Windows Management Instrumentation. That's the WMI. This provides access to system information and configuration. Yeah, it also manages hardware and software settings. And an example is an app that's trying to get system temperature and network status. Yeah, that's an example in window management instrumentation. So our last tool for today in service and application computer management is the structured query language server configuration. Yes, the SQL. This appears only when Microsoft structured query language server is present unless you configure. Then it also manages database and related services. So with those few service and application computer management, thank you. Please. follow, subscribe this channel for the next videos. Thank you. Glory be to God.